Welcome everyone to Portland. I am not Carlotta Collette, the presiding officer of Metro. Her car stalled today. Should have taken Max, eh? And crossing the Hawthorne Bridge this morning, I almost got run over by all these young people riding bicycles. You know, it's this amazing thing in America today that we're seeing this transformation. My name is Rex Burkholder. I am a Metro councilor, a member of our elected regional government. I got to invite some of you last year to come here. Who was at Boston last year? Great. And did you plan to spend another 3 weeks here to enjoy all that stuff you saw in the video? I hope so, because it's a great place to visit. Welcome to Portland. I'm very excited to have Rail Volution back here after so many years. It started in the early 90s, and to have it back here again to show off what we've been able to accomplish since that time is a real exciting thing for all of us here. And those who are not from Portland, who I can't see any of you, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know who you are because of the lights. But if you're not from Portland, welcome. And if you are from Portland, make sure your neighbor is welcome. And tell them about the great things here. Show them a good time while they're here. So a little housekeeping before we get started. We had 3 sets of workshops today, as well as lunchtime networking opportunities. So pick up your lunch in the trade show area and join a lunchtime networking opportunity as well. And at 10 p.m. today is Rail Volution 101. So if you're new to Rail Volution, want to know what this is all about, find out the basics about transportation and community development from a transit perspective, that's at 10 a.m. today. It's an overview of what this conference is all about and what the movement is all about, because that's what this is about, is building this movement here. Lunch today and the remaining meals throughout the conference will be served at both the plaza level, upstairs, and the ballroom level where we are right now. Then tonight, come out and visit the new Rail Volutionaries reception and film fest at 6 p.m. at the Baghdad Theater and Pub, which is one of our restored old theaters where you can actually drink beer and eat pizza while you watch a movie. It's another one of those innovations that we're so proud of in Portland. Just hope they have an intermission if the movie's long. We have great attendance at Rail Volution this year. It's either the highest or almost the highest attendance ever in the history of Rail Volution. So thank you all for joining us today. I'm going to give you a hand for coming. And so as people come in, if you have a seat next to you that's empty, someone's trying to find a spot, let them know that there's a place there and give them some room to come in. And then tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, after you're drinking beer and pizza and watching movies, you're going to come back here at 8 o'clock for the next session. We'll start right here tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So that's the housekeeping piece. Now I want to introduce, we have a set of speakers this morning who I'm very proud to be able to introduce on behalf of Carlotta, and if her car wakes up, she'll be back for the rest of them. And first of all is our mayor, is Sam Adams. And Sam Adams, and he wanted me to tell you, I said, what's the one thing I should remember to say? He says, he is one of the only directly elected transportation commissioners in the country. How's that? Okay. But there's more to Sam, and I'm going to just give a little bit of information about you. That's the one thing. But I do have some information here. Mayor Adams was elected in May of 2008 in a landslide election. He's been a vocal advocate for the public arts, for well-planned transportation systems, economic development, urban environmental sustainability, and transparency and accountability in government. He first came to City Council as a councilor, and he comes from a working-class background, growing up in Oregon, in rural Oregon. He's been persistent in securing support within the city for Portland's business sector. On the legislative level, Adams co-founded the Small Business Advisory Council, created the Neighborhood Business District Grant Program, and reformed the business license fee to be more encouraging of economic stability and development in efforts to bring jobs to our region. He has effectively recruited many businesses, including the Banfield, Thortex, Integra, and isn't it Vestas? Should be on that list? We need to update this. Okay. Looking ahead, Mayor Adams is prepared to deliver on his job creation economic development platform. He's committed to developing Portland's first export strategy within 6 months. Well, this is old stuff. You've done all this. So this is Mayor Adams. Welcome to Portland. Hi.
Well, welcome to Portland. We are thrilled and honored to have you here. How many of you, raise your hand if this is your first time to the city of Portland or the Portland region? All right. Okay. So those of you that are Portland-based, those people that raise their hands, give them a hug. You know, make them feel at home. I also, another housekeeping item, as someone who Twitters quite a bit, I'm supposed to tell you that the hashtag for Twitter is Rail Volution, like you see it up on the screen, right? Like right there. That way I can also follow what your thoughts and impressions are as you go on your tours and in your programs, because I have to go back to work. The first revolution, Congressman Blumenauer told me, was about 300 people got together with the notion that transit should serve a higher purpose, and that the mode of transportation and the mode of transit mattered, and that it had to be part of a holistic approach, a comprehensive approach, combining transportation planning, combining transit and transit mode considerations with long-term planning, with the goal of renewing entire neighborhoods and corridors. That yes, it is about getting people from point A to B, but it's also about the trip not taken. It's about making the kinds of investments and implementing the kinds of strategies that allows for growth and change in this city and other cities, but done in a way that also protects the existing single-family neighborhoods. Yes, it's about reducing congestion, but it's also about promoting a different, hopefully not so different view of multimodal, where you actually plan, as we have the streetcar plan for the next 25 years, with the light rail plan for the region, with a 25-year bike plan and a greenways that connect them. It's also about thinking about eco-districts and 20-minute neighborhoods. These are all terms that you will learn about as part of this conference. But fundamentally, transit, transportation, and planning has to serve a higher purpose. And we in Portland right now are working on a 25-year strategic plan that brings together all government efforts in a strategic planning process to align them. In the 146 square miles that is the city of Portland, government spends, and that's all the way from the federal government down to the school districts, water conservation, and soil districts, government spends $9.7 billion a year. And the efforts that we're making around transit, transportation, and long-range planning are intended to also deal with the fact that as great a city as Portland is, and I am so humbly proud to be its mayor, we, like a lot of cities, suffer from inequities. And that as we work to do the innovations in transit and transportation in the next 25 years, we must deal with those geographic inequities, the racial and ethnic equities, gender equities that exist here. And when you look at streetcar, for example, where our first $125 million leveraged $3.5 billion in private investment that outside economists say likely would not have happened, that is an amazing opportunity for that triple bottom line, an amazing opportunity to address the social injustices that still we must deal with here, and cities across the United States must deal with as well. Portland, when you look at this, another bit of context I want to give you this morning at the launch of this great conference is, Portland, like a lot of you, is we're not the largest city. We're not the size of the economy of Seattle. We're not the size of the population of San Francisco. So we have to be very scrappy. We have to be innovative. We have to have, we can't just be innovative, we have to be at the cutting edge of innovation. And our job is to wring out the full benefit of being innovative. Our job here, like a lot of cities, I think, around the United States, is to be a living laboratory. We don't, again, have the customer base of a lot of places. We don't have the wealth of a lot of other locales. So we've thrown ourselves into being a living laboratory and to get all the possible value along that research and development effort. Revolution and Congressman Blumenauer set us on a path of looking at the most innovative and smart transportation and transit choices. And we've taken that, and with the help of great local companies like Oregon Iron Works that created United Streetcar, we not only brought back the modern streetcar, but now we're making them. 95 cities in the United States have expressed inquiries to us, or United Streetcar, or the federal government to do this holistic neighborhood, this holistic community improvement that can happen with streetcar. I encourage you to do the same. We are a city that seeks to be open source. It is one of our targeted industries is to be open source. And at this conference, hopefully you'll see that we will tell you our good, our bad, our scar tissue, our ongoing headaches, because not everything has gone exactly as we've planned or as we want, but I can tell you there are few public investments, you know, as is evidenced by that first leg of $125 million in local and state money that achieve the kind of benefit and the kind of private sector leverage of nearly $3.5 billion. 55% of all the investment in the central business district was along that streetcar line, that first streetcar line. We don't do this alone. TriMet, which is the best transit agency in the world, has been our key partner. And we don't have it all figured out. So we look forward to we look forward to the sharing of stories that will happen in all the events and the breakout sessions. We look forward to learning from you as much as you can learn, hopefully, a little bit from our experience. I especially encourage you to look at the eco-districts and the 20-minute neighborhood concepts, because those are very much at the cutting edge of what we're trying to figure out, and how streetcar can fit into that and connect our 20-minute neighborhoods. We'd love your feedback on that. So I extend to you all a warm welcome on behalf of the people of Portland. I hope you will spend lots of money while you're here. And we've got a rodeo in town, we've got a square dance convention in town, but because I love you best, while you're here, just show them your tag when you go to buy something and say, the mayor said I don't have to pay sales tax. Have fun.
I guarantee that, no sales tax. Okay, we'll take care of you. The next speaker is a short introduction by Ron Stewart. Ron Stewart is a local architect who's been involved with every single light well project built in the Portland area. He's also the head of the host committee for Rail Volution, and he's donated incredible amount of time, energy, and effort to make sure that this is a success. And I want to thank him for that, because this is how it happened. But Ron Stewart here with ZGF Architects is going to welcome you next.
Thank you, Rex, and good morning. Welcome home to Rail Volution. This is actually just a big family reunion for over 1,200 of your closest friends, and it's a banner year for Rail Volution. For those of you who have attended the very first Rail Volution in Portland in 1991, when it became a national conference, welcome. For those of you who were here in 1998 when it was really up and going as a national conference, welcome back. And for those of you who are here for the first time, know that you are joining a sometimes dysfunctional but a very excited and passionate family who are really, really passionate about what we're trying to do in the movement. Know that you are among family. And also, there are people here who are curious about not only what we've done in Portland, but they're curious to know, to engage in a conversation with you about what you're doing in your communities, because it's become not just, let's go to Portland and find out how they did it there. There are so many cities across the country that now have incredible transportation systems that are growing, and there are conversations that we want everybody to engage in to share your experiences. Like a family reunion, making it happen takes uncounted hours from many unsung volunteers who want to make it a memorable and marketable solution and an experience for you. I'm humbled to have been part of the local liaison committee, and without the incredible work of 12 of my colleagues, this conference wouldn't have happened. Among them, Ina Levin and Katja Dillman from the mayor's office, but also David Knowles and Miki Blizzard, Steve Dodderer, Lavinia Gordon, Phil Sellinger, Chris Yake, G.B. Arrington, and Rex Burkholder. But I want to give special thanks. Thank you. I also want to give very special thanks to Ann Beckland from TriMet, and her staff, who have given incredible hours to the success. And a very brief but a very personal thank you to Todd Borkowitz, who really was the glue that kept our entire committee together. People don't understand how many hours that Todd made to make this conference possible for all of you, and I want to personally thank Todd for everything he's done for the committee. Thank you, Todd. This is a national conference put on by a nonprofit so that we can all profit. The core program, the charrettes, and the trade show are of national stature. The mobile workshops, last night's welcoming reception, the local scholarships and homestays are all funded and in fact made possible by some 17 local sponsors who gave over $136,000 as their commitment to you to make this conference as successful as possible. And again, I'd like to just quickly thank our major sponsors, Stacy and Whitbeck, David Evans, and Community Newspapers for leading that contribution. Thank you. And like a good family reunion, there are things yet to come. There are 3 charrettes that will culminate in the TOD Marketplace Wednesday from 2 to 5. Please come and attend that and listen to the feedback of what was learned and what was experienced at those charrettes, and have a feedback on those sessions. There are 2 mobile workshops today, 4 on Wednesday, over 60 in-house workshops that are set up for you to attend. Networking lunches, among them one today. Come and meet the presidents of the American Institute of Architects, the American Society of Landscape Architects, and the American Planning Association. Meet the presidents of those 3 national associations and engage them in a conversation about what they see as the role for their agencies and their associations in the future, and engage in a conversation with them. The trade show reception today, over 32 exhibitors that will provide information and services that we all rely on. The plenary session on Wednesday, moderated by Harriet Tregoning, and our guest speakers from that federal partnership will be Shelley Patisha from HUD, Rocco Landesman from the National Endowment for the Arts, Beth Osborne, the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Transportation on Policy, and Aaron Flynn from the Urban Development Director from the Portland Development Commission. Then on Thursday, our real keynote plenary will feature Deputy Secretary John Percari from Transportation, Deputy Secretary Ron Sims from HUD, Senator Jeff Merkley from Oregon, and our good friend Congressman Blumenauer, who will develop a conversation at the plenary that you will not want to miss. And if you want even more about Portland, there is a session Thursday afternoon from 2 to 5 that has 5 sessions in it. That the subject will be Portland, how did we do it? There are 5 specific sessions that'll do a deeper dive into the history. And again, it's a conversation about not just the good things, but some of the lessons learned that we've had from here in Portland. So enjoy our city, enjoy this weather. It's like this in Oregon all the time, I promise. There are bikes to rent, walk our streets, ride the tram, ride the streetcar, and enjoy our award-winning transit mall. There are more coffee shops, there are more used bookstores, there are more microbrew pubs in the city of Portland per capita than any other city in the country, so we ask you to enjoy those. Carry a water bottle with you. Enjoy some of the best free water that you will find in the entire nation. But please know that the next 3 days are filled with tremendous amounts of opportunities for you to live and to learn and to share information. Continue that conversation. Act on that information. Know that you are now part of the Rail Volution family. Welcome to the reunion. Thank you.